A Middletown grandmother facing charges for kicking some kids out of her house.
Yeah, police say 71-year-old Barbara Aiello's grandson had a sleepover, but she kicked them all out around 4 in the morning. News 8's Bob Wilson live in Hartford tonight to tell us why she threw the boys out in the cold. Bob?
Yeah, they were just getting too rowdy, she said. She didn't have the patience. They wouldn't listen. Said, go home. It wasn't like she threw them out into the cold. She said, go home. They lived around the block. It was 4 in the morning. It was cold, not snowing like tonight, but very, very cold out. And now she's been charged with 2 counts of risk of injury to a minor. A 71-year-old grandmother cuffed and arrested, charged with 2 felonies. Police say Barbara Aiello broke the law after she broke up her grandson's slumber party. She told police the kids weren't behaving, so she kicked them out and sent them home. It was around 4 in the morning in the freezing cold weather. They had to walk a couple of blocks to their homes in the same condo complex.
I don't know the circumstances, and I know parents are concerned about their children, so I don't even know who's involved besides her, but I've known her for years, and she is one of the nicest people, kindest people you'll run into.
Now, I did speak with the grandmother, Barbara. She said she didn't want to go on camera. However, she said she's been dealing with a lot. Her husband is in the intensive care unit in the hospital, and her grandson had some friends over for a sleepover. They were making so much noise, she couldn't deal with it. She said, just get out, go home. And she said they didn't live that far. They lived the equivalent of down the street and just up around the corner. She said she didn't think of it as she sent them out into the cold.
I don't know what to make of it, but I can speak to her character, and I would allow my son to go over there anytime.
The people we talked to in the neighborhood were surprised that the police were called and that the grandmother was arrested.
They can't take responsibility for their own kids and raise them the way they should, so
they have to call the cops.
Yep. Rather than tear the house up, send the kid back home.
If it was that they had to go a mile or 2 miles, I could understand it, but they were just going around the corner. I mean, it's craziness.
Hey, they said, back in the day, even 10, 20 years ago, the grandmother would be considered just, raising the kids the right way, telling them they got to shape up or ship out. Now, she's under arrest. She has been released with a promise to appear. I'm Bob Wilson, reporting live in Hartford, News 8.